how's it going today? So I wanted to talk a bit about my hair journey. I thought this could be a good summary of everything that we've discussed so far. Um, and so what I really wanted to do today is more specifically talk about my hair loss issues and how I dealt with my hair loss. Because I did mention it in passing before, like in terms of how it had the spreadsheet has come to be. And so in the description of the video, I have basically summarized the things. I think I put like 14. Did I put 14 or 15? I think it was 14 things that I did to fucking, like dealing with my hair loss. I'm getting water everywhere. Ignore that. I'm gonna get a spray bottle. I just need to get one. Fucking, but yeah, fucking, yeah. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that and all of that in this video, as well as show you some spreadsheet updates and show you the before picture of my hair loss and everything like that. And we're gonna talk about all of that. And I'm doing my hair for bed as well. So we're making all of that happen. Um, so yeah, and let's see. Here we go. Let's I'm gonna roll the intro and then let's do the damn thing. Hi, my name is Lexi, also known as and doing business as Deaf Child. In 2022, my company was listed as number 14 Best Louisiana Events Companies and Startups. I have been doing business as Deaf Child since 2013. I have my Bachelor of Science in Music Industry Studies and Business Administration, and deafness runs in my family genetically. Speech is not fully accessible to me. And I've got about 50 certifications in marketing and sales that you can find at notadeafchild.com. So I am going to try and do a quicker live than normal, but y'all know me, I talk a lot. But I have to work tomorrow and I got to get up earlier, a couple hours earlier than I normally do for tomorrow's meeting because it was pushed up. So I'm going to try and make this a quick. But yeah, so right now I am putting some detangler in my hair and I had just moisturized it with some water first. And I don't want it like barely even damp, just you just don't want it too dry because you want it moisturized to soak up the detangler, some shit that I read. So you get the benefits of the moisture. And I'm doing the squish to condish method of squishing in my leave-in detangler as well because I read that rubbing it can disturb your natural curl pattern. And if I kind of run my fingers through my hair too much, it'll pull out my hair. So I try not to do that if I don't feel like I necessarily need to get a product in my hair. And I feel like the squish to condish works pretty well with my leave-in. So, alright. And now I'm going to use detangle a little bit before I go in with a boar's hair brush for shine before I braid for bed. Okay, so now let's talk about hair loss. First, let me show you a picture here. So this is a still from a video I already have on YouTube that I think I've shown before in one of my videos in the hair journey playlist. Where's the button here? So this is how the top of my head was looking, between a year ago up until, it didn't look quite this bad up until a few months ago, but, still thinning, and it still looks relatively thin up there. So here's how my hair is looking now today. And this is with some dampness and product in here because I just did that. Speaking of, I should be brushing it before the product completely dries and stuff because the whole point of putting the product in before I brush is to create like a little protectant barrier. Let's look at something else. Ugh, don't want to look at my head. Look at sorry, I'm like, yeah, I like to show because I don't want to be one of those bitches where like people will be like, oh, you didn't actually deal with hair loss, you're just using that for attention. And I'm like, no, hair loss is embarrassing, okay? It actually happened. I have more photos than that. I just don't care to show them if I don't have to because, if I don't really want to because, like, it's embarrassing. And so, but yeah, fucking, I apologize. I know I was saying one thing and then I started saying another. Let me see what the fuck I said real quick. Ah, yes, I was talking about hair care. Okay, so yeah, back to that. Fucking, I used to when I was dry brushing, never use product dry brushing, but I recently read within like the last couple of weeks that you're supposed to use product to create a barrier so you're not causing friction and pulling on your hair and stuff like that. And so I did wash my hair earlier today and I'm really feeling it. Um, but before we get to my spreadsheet updates, I wanted to talk like how I dealt with my hair loss now that I've proven that I have had hair loss. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the way I fucking dealt with this shit, man. Well, the first thing is like identifying the cause of it. At first, I didn't even realize I really had hair loss because who the fuck is like really looking at your head, at the top of your head that way, right? But last time I had gotten my hair cut, be- before I got my hair cut. Well, April 30th this month. So not then, not a week ago, but before that was a year ago. Um, and when I got my hair cut, my hairstylist was like, dude, you're balding. She wasn't trying to be rude. She was just like, you've got bald spots. You gotta change your part. You gotta do something. Like, because she had been trying to convince me to change my hair part. And I didn't want to fucking do it because I was like, I'm not gonna want to like the way it looks. I don't like the way my hair, like, I just want to keep my. She was like, fine, fine, fine. So for a year, she's been trying to convince me to change my hair part. And she was finally sees the balding and she's like, she did not say bitch, this is me summarizing in my voice, but she was basically like, bitch, you've got to fucking change your shit. Like, that is not her personality at all. That's not how she talks. But I don't feel like I can properly imitate her. So um fucking, but yeah, so my hairstylist was like, yeah, you gotta change your shit up. So that's how I realized I was losing my hair. And then I started taking pictures of the top of my head, like what I showed you. Um, and so I knew that the biggest thing that was causing my hair loss from her was, like the fact that I hadn't changed my hair part. So my hair looked relatively fine. Like the part itself looks fine when it's parted on this side, on my left, because that's how I kept it for 17 years with my millennial ass. But over here is really where the thinning is happening, on the very, very top especially, and a little bit over here for me. Um, and so for me, it was understanding that was one of the biggest reasons that I've been dealing with hair loss. But there's a couple other factors as well. Like with my mental health, you'll notice in lives I'm constantly fucking with my hair. I gotta stop doing that. I'm trying to work on that. Um, some days I do better than others with that. And then there's also like the issue where fucking uh shit. I had a point. I'm doing this again. I noticed that I think I do this more often with late night lives and daytime lives. Oh yes, hair loss. So, changing part, pulling at it, and then the other, um, oops, I didn't pull up my window. The other, thing was fucking, uh, stress. Stress can cause hair loss. So, stress, pulling out my hair, and not changing my part. I feel um, between my hairstylist and I did not go to an actual doctor or a trichologist, which is what you would need to get like a actual technical confirmation diagnosis. But because my hair is doing better now, I feel that we're probably good to go. But fucking, yeah, dude. So those identifying the causes of your hair loss, because depending on what's happening with your hair, different things need to be adjusted to fix it. So my not changing, so I technically did have traction alopecia from not changing my hair part. And then other ways you can get traction alopecia is for women at least, or people with long hair. I don't know. Wait, why am I gendering hair now? I don't know what I'm saying. I've been reading so much hair care shit, and it'll constantly be popping up like women versus men. But then I'm also need to remember too, like that's probably likely just for marketing SEO purposes. It's like, I mean, I don't know like the difference. Maybe with hormones, the way baldness happens on our heads could be different. So maybe that actually does matter. I don't know. I don't. Oh, yeah.
Look at Discord.
Huh?
Look at Discord.
Wait. Discord. I can't pull up Discord. Okay, I'm pulling
Yeah,
up
well, I was
Discord.
asking if you want food.
Oh, do I want food? Where are you going? Oh, you want Taco Bell. Discord is not giving me notifications. I don't think.
I was trying to message you on Discord since you're doing like a video thing.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I love you. I don't think that you can be even seen. It's so kind of funny. You look like a shadow to me in my camera.
Okay, but do you want Taco Bell?
um, fuck. Do I want Taco Bell? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. You know what? No, I'm good. I got fries that I'm gonna heat up.
Okay.
I love you. I'm sorry I'm crazy. I appreciate you. I don't know why that took me so long to decide if I want fries or not. Discord is not giving me notifications, man. Like, what the fuck? Johnny, la gente está muy loca. Thank you for letting me have my Troy and Abed in the morning moment. Oh, the captioner didn't get that. I was telling him thank you for letting me have my Troy and Abed in the morning moment. And that is a community reference, but it's one of those things where there are things I like about the show and things I don't like about the show, social issues speaking. And one of those shows where it's like, even when I disagreed with a lot of things happening in the show, I still couldn't stop watching it for some reason. And that's how it is. It's like if I didn't watch a TV show just because I had social issues, I wouldn't be watching anything on TV, right? Like, so, um, but anywho, fucking, what the fuck was I talking about? Let's look at this shit real quick. Hold up, let me scroll here. Okie dokie, it looks like I was talking about fucking the difference between men and women's hair loss, which I don't know shit about anyway, so it's probably great that I got interrupted for that. Okay, let's go back to the shit I did know about, which is my own damn head. So, fucking, I don't know shit about hair care in general, just clarifying that shit. I only know about my own journey with hair. So I identified the cause of my hair loss. So we talked about that, and for me, I realized and understand what that was. So from there, what I needed to do most importantly is to change my hair part monthly, and because of it being able to cause hair loss, generally speaking, I put that in my list, because I feel like if you're not changing your hair part, then you definitely need to start. So I literally wore my hair in the exact same fucking part between the ages of about, I think I was around 12 years old when I started parting my hair right here. And I didn't stop until 29. It's only been about a year now that I've been changing my hair part every month. And so that's like 17 years of my hair parting in the same direction. And that's how I started thinning like that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and say you don't like the way your hair looks, would it parted differently? Well, then what I would do is change your hair part, like plan your parting around specific events and things like that, or you work with like different hairstyles, and figure that out. Like I'm sure like it's gotta be about like how you are used to seeing yourself, and it's just about seeing yourself in a new way, man. You'll get like just it's better to not feel your hair part at first for a couple months and get back to that other hair part you like than to thin and lose your hair if you are worried about hair loss. And if you I think this is probably more of an issue for people with thin or low density hair, because I feel like if you have thicker hair, like I know people with thicker hair will actually go shave their fucking head because it's so laid down. um or I've had friends do that because their hair will weigh their head so much it gives them headaches. So they'll still have very long hair, but part of it will be like shaved or cut, so it's not as weighed down. You know what I mean? So I know like for different hair types, that may or may not matter. So to you, but it's something I recommend for maintaining, like even weight distribution across your head. I guess you know what the fuck I mean. I don't know, like in friction and shit. So from there, I was kind of freaking out, and so I was like, let me like, I kind of wanted to see if I could find some type of like treatment for hair loss, but I didn't want to do like any type of chemical like Rogaine or some shit because I'm only 30 years old, and I just really feel like I'm too young for that type of shit. And I've read that if you use the wrong type of chemicals like that, um, like hair can start growing where you don't want hair to grow and things, and like I don't know shit about black if that's true or not, but I'm just saying like I'm not risking it, you know what I mean? I'm too young to risk it. I was like, we can try some other shit first, but I did see that and look into the Keranique shampoo and conditioner before I bought it, and it's not supposed to have had any of like the Rogaine or crazy chemicals like that in there. It's just supposed to be a good shampoo and conditioner for volumizing and with keratin, which and I think some other shit is in there too, but in terms of not having like Rogaine. But yeah, so keratin is supposed to like help with your like hair protein something. I don't fucking know. Hair structure thing. I don't know words your life. I'm not a damn scientist. I've just been reading some shit. I'm just a bitch in a bathrobe. Um, but fucking yeah, so I did that. So I feel like my hair is doing pretty well now. I don't know if I would use it for my daily routine, and that's primarily because I'm not feeling the smell of it. But also, I feel like I don't know, my hair looks pretty good when I use a conditioner. I feel like the shampoo can be kind of drying, even though it's theoretically for a dry scalp. I feel like it doesn't moisturize my scalp that well, but um, that could just be like because I have sensitive skin and how my skin could be responding to something else in there. But I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it definitely. I don't know if I'll go buy it again unless I lose my hair again and freak out. Maybe I would, but like I don't feel like I would want it in my regular routine. But I don't regret getting it from freaking out about my hair loss. I don't feel like it hurt. I don't feel like I noticed any uh changes specifically from the product though. I just feel like it's like maybe there's shit happening with my hair and I just don't understand hair enough to know what it was doing to it. But I do feel like like I was using that for about a year because I also didn't use it for every single hair wash like because I wasn't feeling the way it would smell, so I would alternate with different shampoos for my hair washes too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling. So from there, like I also started putting my hair up. At first, I was mostly putting it in a loose bun up top, but I was worried about hair loss. Like at my temple, and I was worried about if I was getting it tight enough. So then I switched to looser braids. And after that, I have two hairstylists that I've seen, and one's a good friend of mine, and the other one she's friendly, but she's not technically my friend. Um, but so my friend hairstylist told me I need to be wearing a satin bonnet. I cannot speak, so I started wearing bonnets around last year from literally like just the hair loss issue, and I swear I do think that helps. Like yeah, like you're when you start wearing it when you wake up, you feel your hair. It doesn't have that rough, frizzy dryness feel from it from being rubbing on the pillow. It's still soft and silky and stuff. I don't know how to use my words, but definitely changes the texture. And like I don't feel like I'm losing as much hair in the middle of the night from turning around on my pillow and things either. So, um, and then I had a former friend fucking tell me to start using amla oil, and so I did, and yeah, that shit fucking Yeah, that shit is awesome. Highly recommend it. And you only need a little. I got a bigger bottle, and I only put like a tiny bit, but I've had the same bottle for a long time, for over a year now, and yeah, it works really well. You only need a little bit, and the bottle is still really full. Um, so it lasts a while. So yeah, fucking I already said the bonnet thing. And oh, I used to wash my hair every day because I didn't know any better. I've said that before too, but I stopped doing that. Um, and whenever I initially stopped, at first I was just washing it every other day, literally like for a long time. Up until like this year, I read that fucking you can go with my hair type like longer, like twice a week, and it would be good for your hair. And so then I started going even longer. And then researching hair care, like I feel like putting a little bit of time into looking up hair care. Um, and for me, like I didn't know shit about density, texture, porosity, none of that when I first started. So I was just looking up hair care in general because I didn't know shit about that. And then the more I was reading about hair care, the more I was like seeing things about figure out your hair type things, and then I was seeing articles about how, explaining that figuring out and understanding your hair type and your porosity, texture, and density is how you then determine your routine. And so understanding that, I was like, okay. And so then I was doing all the little quizzes on there, like, and I literally was taking like, I have them all linked. I think I took like 10 or 20 quizzes. Like, I was taking a shit ton. And after that, besides taking the quizzes, just to kind of confirm what you already know in a way, but like, just the more you read, the more you are like, yeah, this is what I'm going through with my hair. So the more you're able to confirm what your hair is. And the same with your skin type, because like if like you could have the same type, porosity, texture, and density for your hair as me, but if you don't have sensitive skin, if your skin can handle products, certain products like better than mine, then you're gonna have a different experience with certain products, but particularly things that go on the scalp like shampoos and oils, you know. Um, and then I honestly think journaling my hair routine is probably one of the best things I've done for figuring out not only how to manage and make sure I'm dealing with my hair loss, but also like general hair care routine where I'm like actually having good hair days, you know? And so like I'm not used to having good hair days and I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. But yeah. And then fucking after all that I was realizing I don't know how to use brushes or detangle my hair. So looking into that, researching how to tangle my hair, learning how to use the brushes that I have, and learning how to, because I was like, I never understood why people have so many brushes. I was like, why, you only need one brush, right? Like, that's the way I was raised. And I only had like this brush. Um, but yeah, no, you do need different brushes for different purposes, and learning about different ways to use brushes and how they impact your hair will greatly change the way your hair looks. So, and yeah, and how healthy it is, and whether or not you're dealing with a tingle, like, or pulling your hair out, things like that. And then I linked some recent reads as well, some more of the recent reads that I've gone through recently. Those are linked in the description of this video. Um, and this is all a really good segue too into hair sheet, hair routine sheet. So updates. Yeah, fucking I did fucking make like a little thing for I reorganized the order these were in. I'll probably keep doing that again. Um and fucking I added like all the sources that we've been discussing. All the sources that are linked on my YouTube videos are in here, and they're put in here by category and by title and with the link. Um so the general I don't think I changed anything in the general product guide. I think I may have switched up a couple of times for how often I do things. Oh yeah, so for brushing my hair, I used to use the argan oil setting spray because I read that argan oil itself is good to use as a protectant for your hair for brushing if it's just the argan oil. But the argan oil setting spray I got turns out to be a hairspray, and it does have alcohol in it, and that turns out that that is bad to brush hair with, I read. And so now I'm just alternating between the Tangler and leave-in. Before I was alternating between the Tangler leave-in and the argan setting spray, but I've read that that's a bad idea, so I'm not doing that. But I am still using this setting spray, um, for the styling on my hair wash days or just general aesthetic. Um, so yeah, and then on the product list, I did just like go through and bold the products that I want in my regular routine. You know what? I tried this today and I actually like it. I I think I like this. I think I'll keep this in my routine. So, yeah, that's where we're at here. Um, and I added a little wanna try box section. And then in the hair journal, just some updates with that. I added some notes. So I added like a little check for if I'm having a good hair wash day. I mean a good hair wash day, a good hair day. And so I've had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've had 8 good hair days in a row, and that's very unheard of for me. Knocking on wood. I think this might be fake wood, but it's the intention, right? Um, and so I went ahead and like, because I've been documenting all of this, I was able to look back at the pictures and everything that and the videos I have of myself to determine whether or not I like my hair. So, um, I added in notes about how I feel about my hair in these days, and let's see, I'm changing my curl cream limits. You know, like I have changed some of the limits on my products in the spreadsheet. Because I was debating whether or not. First, I was like, I'm gonna do it every hair wash day, and then I was like, I'm gonna do it every month because it made my hair so hard. But I honestly think that was the order I was using those products in, and so now I'm like, I'm just gonna try it weekly because I think if I do it too much, it'll make my hair hard. But doing it every now and then, seems to help my waves hold their shape. I think when it's done, because I forgot to. I don't think I even was pointing it out, but before I braided my hair, like I was really happy with the way my hair looked after my shower, and I hadn't even brushed it or anything since my shower. Today, and so yeah, fucking. Oh, and I've been processing my curl cream thoughts. So I do think that the curl cream does make my hair curlier, but it can be flatter with the curl cream, but without it, it can be straighter, but it has more volume. But it seems to weigh my hair down into stringier strands when I use it if I use too much. So, um, but yeah, this I typed curl hair after applying comb cream. It's supposed to say comb. It's okay. Also, ready to try finger coiling techniques. I didn't do the finger twirling. I should try that. I forgot to do that. Um, so yeah, my hair right now though, it's like it's since it's relatively shorter since I cut it. Like when it's longer, I feel like I can comb or curl it with that curl cream. But it's so short right now. Like there was nothing to really comb because I don't want to over comb it. Um, because there was no tangles or anything to comb out. I don't know. So I wasn't trying to. I didn't curl through today. But anywho, sorry. Fucking I have found different information about hot or cold water for medium porosity, and I forgot if hot or cold water is better for high or low porosity. To be honest, but one of the things I was reading was that hot water can open up the cuticle to retain moisture, while cold water can seal the moisture in. And so this last few showers, I've been testing like a warm, I've been doing my warmer water with a shampoo, but then whenever I'm rinsing out the conditioner, cool it down. Is how I've been doing that. Fucking And then the last thing I want to go over is just my after shower routine, and then we'll end this bitch up. Again, so yeah, today what I did was squeeze out my hair, used a microfiber towel till it wasn't dripping, but it was still on a damp. It was still pretty damp, but it was starting to dry, but there was no dripping. Um, and then I flipped it upside down for the liquid leave-in and cream, and I squished to condition for the leave-in. And then with the curl cream, I did that by cupping the hand, but I did no crunching, just a cup, and dabbed it in that way. And I literally did like the smallest bit I could put on my hand. And the same with the tangler. And then I air dried that until it was mostly dry, but it was still a little bit damp because I've read that you want to apply your products on wet hair in order for it to retain that moisture. Fucking So yeah, after all of that, then I put my oils on. And today I just did a little bit of animal oil in my part area, the temple area, and then where I have thinning areas, I'll do a little extra focus there too. And I did the biotin collagen on the ends only, and I've ended it with my argan finishing spray. Fucking and air dried the rest of the way, and that is how you saw me today. Because I read that rubbing and scrunching your hair will disturb the natural curl and wave pattern. So yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to keep up this hair journal. It's just been something that's been kind of like, I think it's been very helpful for me to do so far as I have been processing and learning about how to take care of my hair. So I'm really glad that I did do it because it's been like, it's been a journey learning how to take care of it and exploring things, and some things worked, some things didn't. And so documenting what worked and what didn't has really helped me process what to try next. And I've been having very good hair days for the last whole week. I've really enjoyed it. So it's like the first week of me trying all of this. Um, you know, there are things I liked sometimes and things I didn't like some other times. Like, so I didn't necessarily have good hair days yet, but then like as I figured out what my hair was responding good to and what I was doing wrong, then I'm getting good hair days all of a sudden. And I'm expecting some bad hair days around the corner, not because, like I don't think this routine is like working or something, but because I'm still learning. So I'm sure that I will be fucking up what to do with some of these products, with how they respond to my hair. And some of it could be I'm not fucking anything up. It could just be something about the product not being good for my hair. But like, so I'm expecting some things like that to happen along the way. But for now, oh yeah, you know what? I didn't get I forgot to show you guys. I didn't get the little bottle. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. Loud music is about to play. Okay, so I did get new shampoo that I have been trying that I didn't show y'all since my product, like what's in my uh, bathroom thing. And so I'm have been using the Miracle Volume shampoo from Aussie. I'm feeling it. I like the way it works in my hair, um, and all that. So fucking yeah, I will probably try their volume and their wavy shampoo and conditioner, and putting that into my routine, and then just potentially transitioning to mostly Aussie products, perhaps, just to for simplification. Because if my hair does happen to respond well to all those products, it would make my hair shopping a bit easier to be able to easily identify and access the same products in a closer space together. I don't know, because I'm low vision. Things are, and I'm hard of hearing. It can be hard for me to look for things, when I'm out in the wild, so to speak. So, fucking life is hard. Life's a bitch and then you die. But yeah, so thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you like listening to me ramble about my hair journey because it just means a lot to me because it's something that, I'm very sensitive about and it's something that I'm happy to document because it's really helped me to document this journey in terms of figuring out what to do for myself. And I'm hoping that if it's helping me, it could help somebody else. Even if the specific things I do aren't what's good for someone else to do, if it's like the one thing someone's like, damn, I should go look up my texture, porosity, density, and type, they're like, okay, they can go figure out what the fuck is good for their shit. You know what I mean? So in that way, I'm hoping like bits and pieces of this could be applicable to anybody. Um, but yeah, thank you for your time. I hope you have a good night. Take care of yourself, floss your teeth, brush your teeth, take care of your hair. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. You might want to adjust the volume after all of this because a loud music is going to play. So yeah, adjust the volume. And then if you're coming to these lives anyway, I do have a loyalty program, nolo.child.com/loyalty. If you sign up for my site as a member and you follow the check-in procedure, you can get points just for showing up to these lives anyway. So I just want to let you know about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I always have a really hard time saying goodbye because saying goodbye really just kind of feels like you're Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? Over here, just like Wilson. But anywho, yeah. So thank you for being here and goodbye.